shortstop through a Brian Graham goal, 13th minute. It is 1-0 Evergreen in the lead. And no apparent changes for the Crusaders at halftime. Josh Chella gets in the way of that Brooks back pass. Oh, Gill comes out and keeps the trouble from getting towards goal. It is AC back now with the ball. Here's an opportunity. Nelson getting forward. Defender stumbled just a bit. But both teams with a bit of a problem just at the outset. We've played less than 30 seconds, and both teams almost had a defensive disaster. And this game has been an open affair. Both teams have had chances. Suspect we will not have a final scoreline of 1-0. But that's where we stand right now. Joel Musa with the ball. Ball put out of play on the far sideline. And the Crusaders throw. Daji Fritas gets a boot on it, and it will go out of play. Diplomats will have the throw in. Brooks and Riley in defense, along with Nelson and Stone. Agnew, Nienken, that's him on the ball right there in midfield for AC. Along with Walter Avon, Ryan Morris, Kyle Martin, Adam Sternberger had a few offensive chances in the first half, and Daji Fritas is up front for AC. This is Avon. And that off the foot of Stone, out of play. Joel Musa in defense for Evergreen. Forward looking for Graham and cleared out by the defense. That's Brooks. Altabiano. Brian Davis tries to turn the defender, nothing doing. Left back for Nienken, forward for Morris. Musa is in the way. Bounces once in the Crusaders box. A little bit of trouble. Chella will try to fight for it, and his shot goes off the right upright. And it is out of play. Goal kick for AC. Almost 3 minutes gone, second half. AC trailing 1-0. There do not appear to be any changes for the Evergreen Diplomats. Going with a strike partnership of Josh Chella and Brian Davis. Altabiano in midfield along with Hernan Angulo, who is on a yellow card. Zach Bowman and Brian Graham. Defensively, Musa partnering Gibson in the center. Aaron Beal and Vitalis Atamafak with Halterman in goal for Evergreen. Nienken for AC. Ball is loose, picked up by the Diplomats. Altabiano will go from left to right as the Diplomats wearing their green shirts with the white shorts. Chella keeps that one away from Avon. Looking for Graham on the left side. Blocked by AC. And played down. Ryan Morris in control. The Crusaders will look to break the other way. Didn't last long as Angulo now has it for Evergreen. Bowman sends it looking for Brian Davis. It does find Davis, but a little bit too much on it. And Davis, by the time he got there, it was over the end line. And out of play for a goal kick. Ryan Gill takes the goal kick for AC. Nelson. Crusaders created some good chances in the first half. Let's see if they get a reward in the second half. Beal halts that advance. Maybe the Crusaders are just waiting for the sun to go down. It will be a couple more minutes before it recedes behind the trees. Brooks looking for Nelson. Musa is there. Nelson takes it away, however. Jake Nelson will fire towards goal, and that was always curling away from the far post, but Nelson with an attempt, and a couple of Crusaders trying to get towards that ball on the back post. Ends up with a goal kick for Halterman. 5 minutes played, second half. Diplomats 1, Crusaders nothing. Headed forward by Evergreen. Brian Davis is in the vicinity. It is a throw, however, for AC. Crusaders have not scored here in the fall season. They are now at the 140-minute mark. They've conceded 2 here in the spring. Did I say fall before? I'm sorry, the spring season. They've conceded 1 last week and 1 this week. And the referee going to get in between Kyle Martin and Zach Bowman. Bowman was involved with, it was Matt Freeman when the Diplomats played the Fury. And it is Bowman with a clash of heads on that far side. Play continues. And Nelson in defense for AC. Turns away from Chella. He was tripped. Referee will allow play to continue. Nienken with it for the Crusaders. And he'll play it all the way back to the goaltender. This one, miscommunication. Who's going to get there first? The Crusaders manage to maintain it, and it gets to Sternberger. Adam Sternberger, bumped by Musa, leaves it for Nelson. Long ball. This appears to be onside. Dachi Fritas. It's whistled offsides. Well, I thought it was okay. But offsides given, and free kick for Evergreen. I guess it wasn't the first ball. I think the first ball was okay. It's when Dachi Fritas headed it towards the other Crusaders player. That's where the offsides came, I suspect. Rich Stone bangs it out of play. Going to be a throw-in for Evergreen. 7.5 minutes gone. Second half. Diplomats 1. Crusaders nothing. Crusaders in the red shirts and the white shorts. Cross comes in front, headed clear by Nelson. Stone slides and keeps it away from the Evergreen player. Kyle Martin gives it to Nienken, who will look forward, but picked off by Angulo. Diplomats taking it the other way through Caltabiano, off the knee or leg of Chella, and it rolls to Gill. He'll throw it out to the near side where Marion Morris waits for it. Nienken, his first touch goes into the air, and he manages to get it over to the far side, where Riley will push it on towards Stone. Stone finds Fritas in the middle, and it falls for the Crusaders. Walter Avon went down. He and Angulo are the 2 guys on the yellow cards. And both of those guys go down in midfield. Play continues with Evergreen coming upfield. Bowman on the far side. Caltabiano to Davis, and the pass to Bowman easily picked off by AC. Avon turns and fires, picked off by Gibson. And now Angulo over for Beal. Beal just played it over the sideline. Be a throw-in, and looks like we are getting some substitutes. Could be 2 substitutes for AC. And it will be. Nienken is coming off. Going to be Nico Tramontana and Jake Molingue will come on. And coming off Nienken, Dachi Fritas was heading towards the bench. Who is the other player that has come off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I missed it. But coming on as substitutes, Jake Molingue and Nico Tramontana. Forward, Sternberger will try to get on the end of this. Musa Musa is there. Sternberger and Musa bang together, and Joel Musa clears it away just to the left of the flag, and it's a corner kick. Still trying to figure out who the other player that has come off is. It's not Kyle Martin. It's not Brooks. They are only playing with 11, though. Free kick, or corner kick coming from the far side. Sent in front, headed towards goal, poked is in! Nico Tramontana has just come onto the pitch, and he gets on the end of that headed corner kick. Nico Tramontana has tied it up. We are even at 1. And I think that's the juncture at which you're supposed to say inspired substitution made by the AC coaching staff and Kyle Hall. Tramontana gets the second touch on that corner, and it is 1-1. So, all 3 points up for grabs now as we are even. Crusaders end the scoreless drought, which had marred the start of their spring season. They're on the board. Evergreen gets things going again. So Nico Tramontana has the Crusaders' first spring season goal, 1-1. And let's see what the response of both teams is. Evergreen to now being pegged back. And AC got to be feeling that they have 3 points available now. Kyle Martin, ball goes under his foot. Out of play. That's Malinga. I think it's Ryan Morris is the other guy that's gone off. I don't see Ryan Morris, so it is Morris. Kyle Martin looks like he's dropped back to left back with Jake Nelson getting more forward. Evergreen has possession. Brian Davis over for Graham. Graham sends across in front. It is headed post goal, header off the post. And offsides. Chances continue at both ends. That and Evergreen header. Eventually whistled offsides, but it hit off the post of the Crusaders' goal. We are even at 1. Morris is the other player that is off for AC. So Tramontana and Malinga on. Morris and Yankin off. Sternberger sends this one forward. Out to Mofak, picks it off for Evergreen. Gives away possession. Stone bangs it towards the Evergreen backline. Eventually going to be picked up by Avon. Off to the right side. I guess that's Malinga over there. No, that's Dodgy Fritas. Sorry. And Fritas has the ball taken away. Into the middle. Graham. Still with it at midfield. 1-1 is now our score. A little bit over half an hour to go in regulation. Daniel Gibson receives the ball in defense for Evergreen. He'll use Beal as the Diplomats not able to make much progress through the AC midfield. That's a Mofak now on the far side. We're looking for Davis, who will poke it forward for Chella. Good defense by Brendan Riley and AC as Chella marshaled away from that play. Ryan Gill with it. Long right-footed punt over the head of Jake Nelson, headed back down to the feet of the Evergreen player. The substitute that I missed. They don't have a number 14 on their roster. How do you like that? Kyle Martin has it for AC and gives it away. And AC manages to regain it for a moment. Malinga, now Beal on the near side for Evergreen. Brian Graham. Bustled off by Malinga. Nice play. To Jake Nelson. Nelson. Avon, left side Kyle Martin. Kyle Martin with it for AC. We'll try to find Malinge streaking towards net. Brian Graham, the winger, is back and manages to make the defensive play to stop that offensive thrust. Give it back to Avon. Walter Avon has Fritas on the right side. Dachi Fritas chips one towards goal. Malinge's right there, and his touch is not what he wanted. It ends up rolling in on the goaltender wide of the net. Halterman picks it up, but a good opportunity. Fritas with a nice cross to set up Malinge. The game is really opened up now as chances are coming on both ends. Evergreen with possession. This is Beal. His cross is high into the air. Ryan Gill will come out, and he's got it. My apologies, there is no number 14 on the Evergreen team sheet. He's on the pitch. This one off the head of Musa rolls back to Halterman. 14 has replaced Angulo. So Hernan Angulo, the man on the yellow card, has left. 14 could be Jade Messias. He was listed as 4 on the team sheet. This is Josh Shella. Brooks in defense, and Brooks did enough there. Gill comes out and claims it. 1-1 is the score. Under half an hour to go now. First half goal for Evergreen from Brian Gibson, 13th minute. Second half goal for AC. Just about the same time period, about the 13th, maybe 14th minute of the second half. Goal put in by Nico Tramontana. Foul whistled against Evergreen. Give me a free kick for the Crusaders. Riley will take this free kick. Headed out by Musa. It will fall for a throw-in on the far side. Throw-in given to the Crusaders. Nico Tramontana with the equalizing goal for AC. And now the Crusaders looking for the go-ahead goal. Man, Avon is clobbered by Halterman. Goaltender coming out to get the ball, and in the process, just clattered the AC midfielder, Halterman. His punt headed towards midfield. Davis and Martin are there. Davis almost managed to control it for Evergreen, but it ends up with Nelson. Riley put in a bit of trouble. Manages to get out of it. Nelson. And Avon now off to the far side. Rich Stone will look for Dachi Fritas. Off the chest of Fritas. And the pass for Sternberger. Rolls all the way over the far end line. Tony Halterman, Evergreen goaltender in the gray strip. Sends it towards midfield. It's loose. Nelson off his knee. And Riley will give it to Brooks. Gill pressured by Chella. And taken away in midfield by Evergreen. Caltabiano headed down. Chella will shoot, and he scores. Josh Chella puts Evergreen back in front, and it is 2-1 Evergreen. Nicely done as the header back right into the path of the oncoming Chella, and he made no mistake. Gill did get a piece of it, but not enough to keep it out as the hard shot from Chella finds the back of the net. In the 63rd minute. It is 2-1 Evergreen. So the Crusaders were even, but not for very long, about 5 minutes, and now it is 2-1. See if Evergreen attempts to tighten things up defensively or whether this game continues as open as it has been here in the second half. Malinge, the foul is given against the Crusaders player. And Aaron Beal shaken up. Josh Chella from the Philadelphia Fury from the fall season, now plying his trade with the Evergreen Diplomats, has given the Diplomats the 1-goal lead. Brian Davis involved for Evergreen. He's on the ball right now. I'm going to call 14 Jade Messias. Messias, I've seen him play in the midfield before for Evergreen. I think that is him in number 14. Meanwhile, rather sad bit of play acting by the Evergreen forward, as he did all he could to get the referee's attention, but that's not the forward, it's Atamafak, I think, coming up from left back, but boy, did he put on a show. The referee not buying any of that. Nelson tries to get it for AC, ends up with Graham on the near side for Evergreen. Brooks heads it away. And the battle is on in midfield. Altaviano gives it for Messias. Onto Mafak, and now the far side. I should say back into the middle now. Altaviano. Got a man, Graham, on the near side. Diplomats moving the ball from side to side. Chella fights through the tackle from Tamatana. Chella continuing towards goal. He tried to slip it through for Bowman. Long shot out to Mafak. Man, that goalpost has been taking a beating tonight. That's at least the second one off of the football goalpost. You can still see it shaking. It has nothing to do with soccer. It is a goal kick for AC. Evergreen 2, Crusaders 1. Brian Gill puts it back into play. Nelson heads it forward for Avon. Sternberger got a back of his boot on it, or the bottom of his boot, I should say. And Caltabiano again in midfield. Forward for Graham. Brian Graham has got a goal in this match. He goes over when contacted by Kyle Martin, and the referee, with an assist from the linesman, says goal kick. I think that's the right call. Not denying that there was some contact. Avon's got a man. Free toss. Sternberger. Dodgy free toss. Will look to get it back to Sternberger. The linesman's got offsides. Again, I don't have the same angle. It's not as good as that of the linesman. Thought it'd be okay there on that particular play. But the linesman has it offsides. 22 plus stoppage time to go. Crusaders down by 1. Diplomats have the ball. And back to Halterman with 21 and a half minutes to play. And Brian Graham in midfield. 2-1, Diplomats on top. Messias and Sternberger get together. Nothing given by the referee. Here comes dodgy free toss. Malenge off the left side. Malenge with an opportunity. He will shoot too high. And again, it's off the football goalpost. Good opportunity there for Malenge on the left side, and his shot a little bit too high. Jake Malenge. Goal kick for Evergreen. Brian Davis heads it forward for Evergreen. Tramontana can't keep it away from Atamafak, who slides it through for Messias. Play breaks down eventually, though, and the AC defense clears it away. Messias fights for it. Avons takes it for AC, and Riley will play it near side for Kyle Martin. Martin goes backwards with it, and Brooks will leave it for Gill. Gibson into the back of Avon, ends up with the Crusaders. Malinge. Eventually bumped into by Caltabiano. Evergreen comes away with the ball. Beal allowed to come forward. They try to give and go, and Tramontana knocks that one away. Bounces at midfield. Gibson and Avon, and Gibson, the bigger player, comes away the better in that exchange. Caltabiano coming forward for Evergreen, now the left side. Left for Davis. Try to thread it through, and this pass backwards, picking it up is Malinge. Jake Malinge, a minute ago, had an excellent opportunity on the left side. Now some space in the middle for Avon. Will try Freitas way up the right side. Dodgy Freitas will get there. He keeps it in on the far sideline. Tries to go right past his player, does so. Freitas into the middle. Cut out by Evergreen. Chance still continues. Jake Nelson puts the cross in front, and the Crusaders cannot get on the end of it. Sternberger was there, and so was Malinge. It'll be a goal kick for the Diplomats. End-to-end action here in what has been a very exciting game. It is 2-1. Crusaders trailing Evergreen. Dan Coviello is going to be a substitute to come on for Walter Avon.
AC Crusader substitution entering the field, number 12, Dan Coviello entering the field for Walter Avon.
And Halterman will take this goal kick. Freitas had it for a moment, but Evergreen back in possession. Under 20 to go. Evergreen 2, AC 1. Caltabiano to Davis. Does a good job to hold off Riley, and plays it near side Brian Graham. Caltabiano looks again for Davis, and Davis again controls well. Gets by his man, puts it in front, and a nice save made by Ryan Gill. Good job by the AC goaltender. And he'll boot it deep. Musa heads it back to Coviello. Dan Coviello and Dodgy Freitas combine. Again, Malinge open on the left side, and Freitas will find him again. Jake Malinge has got a defender in front of him this time. Tries some fancy moves, puts it in front. Musa is there, it's in the air, headed towards goal, and it is off of who? Let's see, it's out of play, and it will be a goal kick. Again, a pretty good opportunity for AC. They have been no shortage of opportunities. And Malinge and Freitas have combined to be very dangerous, with Malinge coming in from the left side. Crusaders need at least one, though, if they are to get a result in this match. Ball falls. Coviello fighting for it. Musa's there. Malinge takes it. And it ends up with Tramontana. His pass for Kyle Martin finds its target. Martin passed Malinge, and it's taken away. Messias puts it over the end line, or the sideline. Throw in AC. Coviello forward for Sternberger. Adam Sternberger has it, turns, shoots. Save made by Halterman. Pass picked off by Martin for AC. Loose in midfield. Caltabiano has it for Evergreen. And gives it right away to Brendan Riley. Freitas on the right side here, since some of the substitutions have been made. Pass gets forward. Dodgy Freitas will get there first. Man in front is Coviello. Freitas pokes it for Malinge. He's going to head on it. It is deflected in. We are even at 2. give the goal to Malinge. Might have been an own goal. I'm almost sure that the final touch was an Evergreen touch, but the ball may have been on goal anyway. Give it to Jake Malinge, and he has been dangerous. The Crusaders have been dangerous much of this game. And since the substitutes have been made, they have had lots of chances. They cash in on their second of this half, and once again, we are tied. And with 15 minutes to go, it's anybody's game. 70th minute, the goal.
Another frisbee to celebrate the AC Crusaders goal. So this time we are going to...
Sorry, 75th minute.
The child who raises their head.
Back in play. Messias over for Beal, and the Diplomats, who have led twice, have now been pegged back twice. And with the way the chances have come at both ends, I suspect we may have a winning goal from one of these sides still to come. Brendan Riley and Josh Chella both go down. And the referee has got a foul, probably against Chella. And that is the case, you can tell, because everybody's walking the other way. So Malinge ties things up. Malinge and Tramontana, the two substitutes, have each scored. Graham, the goal scorer, along with Chella for Evergreen. Nelson heads it. Coviello was banged into. Evergreen comes away with the ball. Graham back through the middle. Messias combines with Chella. Josh Chella's got some space. He should fire. He will fire, and he fires wide. It was deflected on the way in. It will be a corner kick for Evergreen. First time that the Crusaders tied things up. It only lasted about 5 minutes. And a corner kick coming here for Evergreen. In-swinger sent in, headed wide of goal. Josh Chella looking for his second. That did not miss by much. Chella, though, wide, and we are still tied at 2. Over the head of Nelson. Coviello in the vicinity. Picked up, however, by Atamafak, who will send it forward for Chella. Blocked by Coviello and regained by AC. Free toss on the right side. As Coviello, who will poke it forward to an onside Sternberger. Sternberger coming forward. He will fire. Save. Rebound. Cleared away. Another excellent opportunity for the AC Crusaders, who are now creating chance after chance here. This is Caltabiano in midfield for Evergreen. Brian Davis and near side Messias. Brian Graham for Evergreen, and more space for each side. Davis, his shot blocked down, and it rolls in on Ryan Gill. And as the Crusaders get more and more players forward and create these chances, they leave themselves a little bit more open at the back. But both teams going for the 3 points here in what has been a very exciting game in the American Soccer League. Brian Davis with it for the Evergreen Diplomats as we approach 10 minutes to go here in the match. Davis leaves it for Messias. And now Caltabiano on the far side. Sternberger tries to get in the way. Bowman can't control it, and it'll be banged long by the Crusaders. And will roll harmlessly over the near sideline. Gibson will give it to the goaltender. Martin with a powerful header down to Coviello. Tramontana is taken down after he made the move, and Messias clipped him. Brendan Riley will take the free kick for AC. 2-2 is our score. Long ball's too long for everybody. One bounce and into the hands of the waiting goalkeeper. Chella doesn't do much with that opportunity. Crusaders poke it the other direction and out of play. Altabiano manages to get it to Davis. Free in the middle. Crusaders there first. And Brooks getting way forward there, trying to regain possession of the ball for the Crusaders. And at the moment it is Evergreen with it. Graham, who had our opening goal, has it stripped. Kyle Martin for Tramontana. Tramontana goes around one man, and way too much on that one. 2 in a row there from AC. With too much pace on them, 9.5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time, 2-2. Davis, done a good job of holding up the ball here tonight. This play is onside, and the first touch is poor from Bowman, as he chested it right towards the goaltender, Gill. A little bit more control on that, and Bowman would have had a fantastic scoring chance. Coviello can't get that one, but he'll get another opportunity, and his header ends up eventually with dodgy Fritas and poked over the line by Musa. Crusaders have used 3 substitutes, just the one for Evergreen. Tramontana barreling forward, and eventually the ball taken away. Chella, 2 defenders in front of him. Crusaders pressuring on that far sideline, and it eventually results in a turnover. Back and forth we go, and Tramontana eventually bangs it back to his goaltender, Gill, who will set it up. And headed out of play by Evergreen. Been a thrilling match here tonight, and expect more of the same next weekend, when the Crusaders will be at home for the final time in a little while. Hosting Western Mass next Sunday, Mother's Day, 6 o'clock. Ryan Gill will get to this ball first before the Evergreen player can reach it. Kyle Martin has it almost picked off, but Tramontana plays it for Nelson. Nelson looking for his options. He's got Malingue. Malingue is onside, is off his head, and it gives Gibson an opportunity to clear it for Caltabiano. Ryan Graham looks forward. He's got Chella and Davis up there. Josh Chella with loads of space. Chella will fire, and it's wide. I can't believe it didn't hit the goalpost. The football goalpost, as we've had 3 of those. Not this time. Goal kick for AC. Is there a winner in this match? We've got 7 minutes left, plus stoppage time to find out. But the way things have been going, there will be several more chances.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time tonight. Time for AC Crusaders Trivia. Tonight's trivia question is...
Messias, the first one to get ahead on that, and he gives it away to Fritas.
Coviello with 10.
Fritas skips past 2 defenders, but Musa there to halt progress, and Davis now has it taken away from him briefly, and the fight is on. Martin knocks over Davis. Foul given. Crusaders players pointing out the Evergreen players who are loose. One forward, Evergreen right there, Bowman. And falling on top of it is Ryan Gill. Bowman allowed just to stroll right into the penalty and receive that pass. In the end, he didn't do a whole lot with it. Again, a long ball for Malingue. He's got it on the left side. A couple of attackers with him. Malingue spins around Beal. Nicely done. He's got Coviello on the left. Coviello gets the pass. Sends it in front. It's off the defender. Coviello will put it in front again. And it's in! It is in! It's an own goal, and the Crusaders take the lead. Boy, that cross, not only was it off the defender first, but it went off the defender to the goaltender and then slipped somehow through Tony Halterman, who has had a decent game until that particular play, and the Crusaders go on top 3-2. Surely that'll be an own goal. The Crusaders do not care how it comes. They have the lead for the first time tonight and 5 minutes plus stoppage time to defend. It is AC 3 and Evergreen 2. Well, now the Diplomats chasing the game with Brian Graham on the near side. See if that goal sparks the Crusaders' energy as they try to close this match out. Oftentimes in a situation like that, Coviello's cross hit the defender and it was rolling towards the end line. A lot of guys will just leave that and take the corner kick, but Coviello put it in front again, and it may have taken a fortunate bounce, but that's what happens when you put it towards the goal. Things can happen. And the Crusaders up 3-2. Gibson in defense for Evergreen. Riley gets to it. Nelson will send it towards the Evergreen end where Coviello is able to get an additional boot on it. And it rolls not quite out of play. Kept it over there by the goaltender Halterman. We are under 4 to go. And what have we got here? The referee is whistling play. Josh Chella is a little bit shaken up, reaching for his toes in the way that one often does when experiencing a cramp. And the referee will drop it. Coviello back to the goalkeeper. 15, 20 seconds more ticks off the clock in that exchange. Joel Musa with it for Evergreen in defense. Got Bowman. And backwards. Now they'll try the other side. Brian Graham cutting in from the right. Graham gets to it before it goes over the end line. He will send it back in front. Finds a man. Caltabiano will shoot. And it's scooped up by Gill. The Crusaders player cut right in front of Gill just as he scooped that up. And I'll be honest, I didn't see exactly what had happened, but he's got it. And Gill will boot it long. Coviello manages to control it and then scoops it over the head of Sternberger. Regained by Evergreen. Out to Mafak. Looks behind him. Gives it to Bowman. The Crusaders will let them play around with it back here all they want. Now Beal gets forward on the right side. Graham got our scoring started. It was the only goal of the first half. We've had 4 here in the second half. Jade Messias receives the pass. Forward, headed away by Stone. And picked up by Dodgy Fritas. He'll find Malingue. That partnership, or that combination, has worked on several occasions. Not this time, however. Nelson stumbles a bit, gets the ball to Tramontana. Coviello tries to go around Musa, but Musa holds firm. Coviello regains it. Dan Coviello, nice job. And then an unsuspecting Sternberger had to go off of his foot. And it is picked up again by Evergreen. We are under 2 minutes to go. There will be some stoppage time. It really won't be very significant. 3 minutes, maybe 4. Bowman has a chance to possibly put one on goal. Stone in his way. Bowman, it's a pass cleared out by the the Crusaders, and sent long. Out of play. Seconds ticking away on Evergreen's opportunities. And we are just now into the 90th minute.
On the field.
Bowman for Evergreen. Bowman allowed to cut towards the middle of the field, but didn't get too far forward. Brian Davis will now try to take on his man. Martin manages to completely close him off and take away the ball. And a foul given in addition against Brian Davis, so a free kick and an opportunity for the Crusaders to take their time and peel another 10-15 seconds off this clock. Crusaders 3, Diplomats 2. Gill's got to make sure he's got exactly the right spot there. As regulation time has expired, we are into stoppage time. We'll get the convenience of the big board with the number on it and all that. But as I said, there shouldn't be a whole lot. As we have had some substitutes, we've had some goals. We haven't had any injuries, really. Malinga with the throw in. He's going to leave it for Kyle Martin. Malinga's got a goal. Tramontana's got a goal and an own goal as well. But the three substitutes all made those goals happen. Tramontana, Malinga, and Coviello. And Coviello is going to be the guy that takes it into the corner here. Pokes it back for Kyle Martin. Martin with an opportunity to get it to Malinga. The Diplomats thought he was offsides, and he was. Running out of time. The Evergreen Diplomats searching for an equalizing goal. Long ball looking for Brian Davis. Headed into the middle where only Crusaders players wait. This is Malinga who gets it to Nelson. Pops it into the air. Let's see, Halterman will come out and play it over the sideline. That's an AC throw, which will not be taken quickly. Keep a stopwatch and keep track of a normal amount of time for a throw-in and the late second up by a goal amount of time for a throw-in. See just how much they get away with sometimes. This is AC. Dodgy Freitas getting forward up the right side, and Freitas, instead of heading towards goal, will take that ball into the corner and see what he can do, whether he can earn a throw-in or a corner kick. It is going to be a throw-in. And they will take their time. Crusaders trying to hang on for 3 points that would put them up to 16 from 13 matches and put it within a point of the Oceaneers for 4th place. Coviello has it taken away. Evergreen running out of time. Shot on goal is high and wide. And Halterman wants a new ball as quickly as he can get one, and he'll get one pretty quickly. The ball boy's not complicit in the time wasting. Whatever time there is running out on Evergreen. Halterman's goal kick. Freitas gets there. Crusaders will pick it up in midfield. And over to Malinga on the near side. Well, really more in the middle. Sternberger is, oh my gosh, the linesmen have really had a lot of offsides tonight that I thought were all right. And not one to criticize the referees. And they do have a better view than I do. But I thought that'd be all right. That's the final whistle, ladies and gentlemen. The AC Crusaders are going to get all 3 points here tonight. It is 3-2 AC over Evergreen. 3 second-half goals, all involving substitutes. Tramontana, Malinga, and finally Coviello put one in front that ended up being an own goal. The Crusaders will get the points, and Evergreen, a couple of times in this match they led it, but they were not able to hang on and will end up heading back south with no points. So Evergreen stays on 9 points from 11 matches, and the Crusaders with now a record of 5 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw. Crusaders with 16 points after 13 matches, and they will be thrilled to get the points here after a game last week in which they thought they deserved at least a point against the Philadelphia Fury. They get all 3 here this evening against Evergreen. Thank you very much for tuning in. I want to thank the cameraman, Chris McKenna, for doing, well, we'll check the footage, won't we? Before we say he did an excellent job, we'll check the footage. But Chris McKenna, thank you very much. On camera tonight, Ulysses Terrones and all the staff with the AC Crusaders, thank you for your efforts. The final score, the AC Crusaders 3 and the Evergreen Diplomats 2. My name is Mike Wolverton. You've been watching ASL Soccer.